654. Welcome, everybody. We're proud to be here. This is just a kind of an overview of a new membership model that we created that was really about, really focused on the members first and foremost with the benefits that we can provide. And the goal was to make sure that through this membership, we wanted to create true sustainability. And the only way to do that in any membership, by the way, is making sure that the members are winning more than they put in, that they're happy with it when they look at it every month. It's time to either monthly or annual, whatever the membership is. When you look at it, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, this was good. I'm going to keep doing this. And that should be the whole mandate of every membership. But as we all know, we've been members of things that, quite frankly, didn't get the benefits. There was no real ROI. And what do? We stopped doing it. So we wanted to avoid that at all costs. So the goal around this was to make sure that our members at the end of the month and at the end of the year, they looked back and said, wow, this was great. I saved so much money. I had so much fun. Got all the different perks and everything. So that's what the Do Good Society membership is all about. And did I jump in, Fatima? Were you going to say something before I just jumped in with both feet?
No,
No?
it's okay.
Okay, good, good, good. I tend to do that, by the way. Those who know me will probably say, oh, yeah, you did it again. So anyway, the Do Good Society membership is all about providing value. So we start by talking about the travel club. And the Do Good Society Travel Club is definitely special. What we do is the first thing is we make sure that we can promise you the cheapest price. So if you go out and you go to Expedia or Booking.com or Amex Travel and you get a price and then you check it against your app and that price is cheaper, we and you inform us, we will not only meet that price, but we'll give you an additional 10% off. So the prices can't be beaten. This our partner is a 27-year-old travel club that has done unbelievable things. So that's the first thing we do. The second thing we do, which I really love, because over 200 million people in North America travel at least one trip leisure travel trip every year. So this one provides a free trip every year to members, and the only thing you have to pay is the taxes. So now those people who can only travel once, now they get a second trip. So we're really happy about that. And those of you who travel more than that, obviously you're going to get extras that maybe you give to kids or whatever. That's up to you. So those are the things on our travel app. There's also a number of hotel offerings. In fact, I think there's now over 30 million properties total around the world that we offer discounts on. So a lot of great things business wise. It's great as well. You can use it for business trips, things like that. So it's a really unique travel where you get free things. And again, the whole idea is to make sure that you're going to save just with the travel. You're going to save more than it actually costs you to pay for this thing all year. So that's our first part. The second one I think is equally good is our discount mobile app. So people who do almost anything. If you spend money, you're probably going to save it through this app. We have over 1 million vendors and growing. Restaurants are just one of them. Obviously, all the other things that are included. You can do any live entertainment. We had one of our members. We have to, actually are going to get we're going to get a video testimonials or some of these now. But he went to the World Series and saved $500 on his tickets that it was a treat for him and his wife to go and that was in Toronto, by the way. So yeah, lots of great things. There's restaurants, bars, hotels, electronics products, pretty much anything you buy. I know in Canada we have Tim Hortons on there, Boston Pizza, all these different things where you're going to show that you're a member of this particular uh, do good society, and you're going to get discounts. Usually, minimum discount is 10%, but they can go up from then. And now some of our vendors are actually using it to help with their marketing, and they'll offer an additional 10%. If they're offering 10%, it'd be now 20% on a particular day. So you take advantage of all of those things. And if you go into, by the way, if you go into a restaurant and you ask them if they're part of the program and they say no, we'll give you an actual code. You can put it on your phone and say, well, here, scan this, go on. You can see how you can get free marketing and get customers sent to you. And at the same time, you could be doing good. So that's that one. The next one is we're setting up now, almost like lotteries. I mean, it's amazing how many people pay lotteries, and the odds of winning a lottery is like, whatever. It's like millions and millions. But in ours, it's not so great. And the other thing about ours is that we are now negotiating with all corporations, people like Royal Caribbean and Uber and Airbnb, things that you're going to use a lot. And we're negotiating with them to not to charge them as sponsors, but to just give us product, which, by the way, CMOs love because it doesn't come out of their budgets. And our goal over the before the end of this year is to be able to have a free draw every single day. So you're entered into a lottery every day to win cruise vacations for two, and Airbnbs, and Ubers, and Disney park passes. We've got a whole bunch. There'll be a lot of merchandise in that as well. So those are the things that you get. Now, now how I've been explaining this app is exactly that. That's it. That's what I say to people. And what do you think? It's $48.70 a month US. What do you think of that for all that kind of stuff? And usually I get that's fantastic. I mean, like, yeah, I definitely want in and everything. And that's when I say, well, it's not quite there because I haven't finished. Well, what did you miss? I missed the fact that 70% of your 4870 is going to feeding, starting with children, but feeding people in general, and a portion going to eradicating homelessness. This is the true bringing purpose and profit together. And that's what we do with our fund. That's what we're in this for. And that's why we do what we do. So it's an unusual app. And in fact, I could tell you how great our membership is. Just over the last 2 weeks, we've been talking to a number of people who've reached out to us that want to include our membership in their membership so that they can now not only provide more value to their members, but now they can tell people that they're making a measurable positive impact. And that's something so important today. We know it's growing, thank goodness. And that's what our model is all about, being able to collaborate with the existing systems, the existing charities and nonprofits, and pretty much corporations and anybody who wants to make sure that they're delivering a measurable positive impact. And by the way, I stipulate that word because it's going to be a lot more prevalent as the days go on, because cutting checks to charities for corporations is not considered very measurable anymore, because where's the money going? What's the impact it's making? These are questions that are now coming up. And it's not, by the way, we partner with charities through our model. So, they have great intentions and everything. It's just difficult to get, some of these things done. But with collaborations and things like that, they can, by partnering up with us, now start to create measurable positive impacts, which is what we all want. So that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything. I get pretty excited talking about these things. We've as I said, one of the deals we made this morning was with another membership who's got quite a large membership actually. But one exciting thing I haven't said, in fact, I don't think I've even shared this with anybody, is starting this month. So April's really when we rolled this out. So not, we expect to have some members, but not thousands of them. So starting this month, we are going to draw on the last day of the month, the 30th. We are going to draw for a free trip. We have now made arrangements through our partnerships that we have now a minimum of one trip that we can draw a free trip, and that's going to be drawn April 30th. So if anybody's considering this, you want to get in, because that means that if you get in this month, you're not only in the draw for April, but then you'll be in another one for May and another one for June. So, so you want to get in those because the odds, especially in April, are going to be greater than any other month. Because obviously, as we get out there and do marketing and everything, that's how that's going to work. So, so I know we have some questions, and that is where lovely Fatima with her new haircut, which I like, by the way.
No.
She's not crazy about it, but I think it looks great. Um, and she's got some questions, and so you read the questions, Fatima, and I'll do my
Yes.
best to answer.
Yeah, so my first question is this something you really see value from right away, or does it take time?
No, this is a. I mean, well, it depends. If you're going out to restaurants, if you're taking travel in the next little while, whenever you pretty much do anything, you want to look at the app and say what's got on here. As I said, we didn't even know about the tickets, and one of our members, Claudio, got $500. So it's going to be able to be used right away, and you're going to see savings immediately.
Yeah, amazing.
Mhm.
Is there any commitment or can you just try it out first?
No, you can join. It's $48.70 US a month, and you can stop anytime you want. Um, it's totally up to you. You don't have to do anything. We've had people actually pay for the whole year in advance. Totally your option, but no, this is not a commitment. In fact, if you're not seeing the value and you're not getting the savings or whatever, I would no one would blame you for not. But if that ever happens, by the way, anybody out there, please let us know first, because that's not why we built this program. Where we don't want to see anybody not saving more than it's costing.
Yeah. What happens once you become a member? Do you get access right away?
Yes, immediately. Once you sign up, you're gonna get a link where you get the travel app right away, and then right after that, the discount app. So that happens right away. And then for those of you who, because I know it's been asked before, that might even be one of the questions. We are also putting together right now an impact report. And that impact report is going to be in our website. And by the way, the website we have right now, it's a temporary one. We're building a new one right now. It's through AI. It's going to have a lot of bells and whistles and maps and everything like that. But for now, that's what we've got. But it will have on the new site a quarterly impact report, so you can actually see as well, for those of you who that's of interest to see the number of kids we're feeding, number of people we're able to take off the streets because of this membership.
Would this replace other membership that people are already using? How transparent is the impact I'm creating?
Yeah, so that kind of answers it. So number one, I don't know of any app or any membership right now that is doing what we're doing, and hopefully, if they're not, there will be, because our thing is not to, it's just basically to help people save money, but more importantly, to end hunger and homelessness. That's our whole goal. That's why we built these companies. And the impact, of course, as I said, the last question was, we will be having impact reports. We want to be very transparent. I think that the word of the next decade is transparency,
Mhm.
and you better be, because let's face it, AI is going to make sure everything you say is verified anyway. So it's trust but verify, and being as transparent as you can possibly be. So that's what we plan on doing.
I think you already kind of answered this question, but is there any downside to just trying it for 1 month and seeing if it makes sense?
No, no, absolutely not. I mean, you can try for a month and check it out. I think once you go through it, it was the same. Like I said, is one of the members, Claudio. He had no idea. In fact, I don't even know why. He was on the app, and all of a sudden it said something like tickets. And he looked, and it was like, whoa, wait a second, let me see what happens if I go to buy 2 tickets for the Blue Jays in the World Series. And it came up, and it said the tickets, and then his price, because of the app, was saving $500. He's like, whoa, I didn't even know. I didn't know. So, once you go through them and everything like that, but if people want to try it out for a month or two or whatever and see if they're going to make savings, by all means. This isn't about us. It's about them. It's about potential members.
Yeah, that's all I had for today.
Okay, well, that's great. We appreciate you coming. We appreciate the questions. I think that we're going to have these on a weekly basis. We're going to record them, of course, so we can send them out and use them for people. But again, this is about you. Go to the website. There's places you can sign up. Get involved, because quite frankly, this is about you, and there's a lot of different things we're doing. In fact, we have a team that's doing nothing but how we can, and they will be reaching out to members saying, how can we make this better? That's one of the whole mandates of what they'll be doing. How do we improve it? How do we do additional things? And we are already looking at some interesting retreats that have reached out to us and said, we'd like to offer for your members. We can do draws for retreats on certain things. So, and we're definitely putting this together for anybody who's interested in this. We are putting together at least every quarter a purpose trip. And that will be that we may go to a group who's interested in that, and you have to actually put your name in if you want that draw, because some people would not necessarily want this. But it's about going and digging wells in Guatemala, or going to Africa, Malawi, where we can help feed kids and stuff like that. So these are going to be included, and we're putting them together. These are ours, and members will be able to win them. There'll be no charge to the members. This is ours. We're going to put 20, 25 people together for these things. And that's going to be every quarter. It's going to be a purpose trip. So we can go around the world and do good, because that's what we're all about. That's why it's called the Do Good Society. So thank you, everybody, for attending. We appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing you and joining us on this journey of making the world a better place.